Hey guys, this is Tom from Numbers Game Lifestyle. Today we're going to talk about how women like guys that are a little more edgy, a little more dangerous than they are. Okay, so what I mean by that is whatever girl you take, I don't care if she's, like a really goody two shoes, like squeaky clean exterior. They want a guy that's a little bad, a little dangerous, and it's all the way from like the super squeaky clean, like virgin-esque girls that never do anything bad, the good girls. And it's all the way up to like the bad girls, like covered in tattoos, piercings, wild haircuts. These girls want a guy that's a little bit more bad than they are, a little bit more dangerous than they are, a little bit more risky than they are. It does have a lot to do with looks, like how you look. But let's describe what is edge. How do you make yourself look a little dangerous, a little threatening, a little intimidating? Because that's what girls, are attracted to. And there's a number of ways to go about this. First of all, height. Height is something you're born with, so there's nothing really you can do besides wear, height increasing shoes. But height is what makes, you automatically have edge because you're intimidating. Like the taller you are, the more, intimidating you are. So yes, height is a big factor in your overall edge. The next is muscles, like your overall physical presence. Like the big muscles, people automatically assume, yeah, like he's intimidating, he's a threat, he's dangerous. It can be all the way up to like how you style yourself, like your haircuts. Maybe I'll show some examples of like very safe haircuts that, a good guy would have. Like, like a news anchor. A news anchor will have very like plain, non-edgy haircuts. Whereas like a full-on mohawk is like the other extreme edge, like very edgy. And then of course there's a spectrum from like, milk toast all the way up to like extreme edge. So yes, like haircut, facial hair. Facial hair is edgy, right? It's, the more facial hair, the wilder it is, the more edgy the guy is. Piercings, another thing, makes a guy look edgy. Tattoos, this is a big one. Like, you'll notice that girls with lots of tattoos, they get with guys with lots of tattoos. They go hand in hand. They want a guy that's a little bit more edgy than they are. So yes, tattoos make you more edgy, make you look a little more threatening, a little more dangerous. What else? Your overall fashion sense does as well. Like how you dress yourself. Certain styles are more, intimidating. Leather jackets are edgy in most cases. So if you want a girl that likes wearing leather jackets and things like that, you should kind of copy the same style because that's what they like. The same kind of edgy style. Yeah, and if she looks like a rocker chick, like dress like a rocker guy. These things are like self-explanatory. You will rarely see a mismatch where a guy doesn't look like the same as his girlfriend, doesn't dress, doesn't really act like his girlfriend. Usually they go hand in hand. Like if a girl's covered in tattoos, the boyfriend's going to be covered in tattoos. If the guy's like a big gym bro, the girl's going to be like a gym addict, right? And if the guy's like a, clean cut, very into like status and walks around in a suit, the woman that he attracts will probably be the same type of thing, very career oriented, very professional, and yeah, career is a big priority and money. So yes, edge is a big factor in your overall success. And some guys naturally have more edge than others. And different races have more edge than others. And if you want to have success with women, you have to be a little bit edgy. It doesn't mean you have to go full on like tattoos, take steroids, do like a bunch of other things to like maximize your edge, because very few women are into that look of like crazy on the like full end of the spectrum edge. But usually there's girls like guys that are a little bit more edgy than they are. And this doesn't even have to do with looks. There's more to edge than that. It's your overall lifestyle. Consider guys with motorbikes. I've seen this so many times where you have this nerdy guy. He's a total like virgin, like barely has any dates, very inexperienced with women. And the minute he gets a motorbike and starts driving around a motorbike, suddenly options pop up. Like women are interested because he has edge. You know, girls automatically look at a guy on a motorbike and figure like, oh man, I'd like to be on the back of that guy's bike. You know, he's a risk taker. He's automatically edgy, even though he's like a total nerd. Because yes, motorbikes give you edge. There's even guys on dating apps in my city that just walk around like posing on motorbikes to include in their dating profiles. Even though they don't even own a bike, never ridden one, they still include it in their, Tinder profile because it gets girls' attention. It gets girls like interested. Oh, he's edgy. He's got a bike. I want to be on the back of that bike. And when girls inevitably ask, oh, can we go ride on your bike? They're like, no, it's in the shop. Like, it's going to be out of commission for a while. Anyways, and they just change the subject. That's how, effective, being, having a motorbike is. Guys just lie about, owning one so they can get girls. So, yes, it automatically gives you edge. It gives you, danger. It gives you, a dangerous, oh, that guy's dangerous. Same with other hobbies, like MMA or boxing. Like if you're an amateur boxer or amateur MMA fighter, you automatically have edge. And it's one of those things that you can't exactly display that outwardly. Like you can't walk around being like, I'm an MMA fighter, I'm a boxer. But on dating profiles, that can actually clean up because you can actually put that on your dating profile, like of you in your amateur fights or things like that, and that automatically gives you edge. You want to display that on your dating profiles if you have anything that displays edge, anything that displays, danger, like risk taking, or dominance. So yes, this is what edge is about. It's about being a little bit dangerous, and it doesn't matter what kind of girl you're after. They all want a guy with a little more edge. And this is why I stress get really short guys, guys that are below average height that really don't have very much edge to be they weren't born with a lot of edge. They're going to have to max out other areas, like physique, getting bigger, dressing edgier, maybe tattoos, maybe piercings, facial hair, other things to make them look more dangerous, make them look more threatening. So yes, short guys really have to play up the edge. Same thing with Asian guys. If Asian guys want, a little bit more edgy girls, like maybe other races, they want to date outside of the Asian race, they're going to have to bring a little more edge. Whether that's, bigger muscles or dressing edgier, tattoos, piercings, all that stuff automatically conveys edge, and it attracts more of these women, where Asian women tend to be less edgy as a whole. So they don't require, guys to be very edgy in themselves. So you have to look at the type of women you're after, and oftentimes you'll see that the guy that they're with is a little bit more edgy than she is. And you have to play up. You have to keep that stuff in mind. Like if you want to date outside your race, you have to be okay, what are they after? And like I say, if you're going to be an Asian guy after white chicks, you're going to have to maximize the edge, right? Unless you're born 6'5" or something, in which case, yeah, you won't have to do anything because you automatically have that intimidating factor of being 6'5". But in other cases, if you're a short Asian guy, you're going to have to max out your edge, muscles, piercings, tattoos, your overall facial hair, your haircut. Everything has to be geared towards edge, danger, a little bit intimidating. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got guys like black guys. Most black guys automatically have some edge to them, right? They look a little bit more intimidating than the other races. And this isn't racism or anything like that. It's just how, the cards were dealt. And for like most black guys, you'll find more success toning down the edge. I know in my neighborhood, the black guys that I see with white chicks, like the good looking white chicks, tend to be like the opposite of thugs, right? They don't dress thugs. They don't dress black. They dress very preppy, very professional. They're still like taking steroids and being jacked, but they're not like thugged out, right? They're very clean cut, very safe looking, because that's what they're doing. They're just toning down the edge, because a little bit too much edge, if the guy was like covered in tats, a do-rag, it wouldn't appeal to the vast majority of white chicks. So yeah, like you have to cater to the demographic that you're after. And yes, like the kind of edge you display will attract certain types of women, certain types of, how edgy they are. And this is like self-explanatory. Like, if the hood guys that dress like thugs, have all the like tatted out and everything like that, they're gonna be with chicks that look like hood rats too, right? They're thugged out, bling, they got tats all over them. And yeah, like attracts like in that sense. I mean, you never see like the clean cut guy with a total like, thugged out chick, like with, tats all over and piercings all over. Ducks of a feather flock together kind of thing. Anyways, guys, so that is how important, edge is. Intimidating factor. Be a little bit dangerous. All right, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching.